Guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about Bitcoin, short-term, long-term, altcoins, altcoin season, and so much more. It's going to be a super important day today, which is going to dictate whether we're going to have a big correction to the downside or are we going to continue towards $100,000 or even higher. I'm going to be discussing the situation now with the tariffs, with Donald Trump, with Jerome Powell cutting interest rates, and so much more. So lock yourself in, stay here, watch until the end of the video, subscribe to the channel. We post one video about crypto trading every single day. And also this video, guys, is brought to you by our partner, Blofin, the best non-KYC exchange that I utilize for all my trades. We are running right now an amazing bonus opportunity. Only 2 people left, guys. I don't even know what to tell you. The offer is valid for another 2 days. Come in because you're going to get a 10% cashback up to $3,000 in bonus. Hurry up because you won't last long. But now let's talk about BTC and let's see where we are right now. $94,525. Why today is going to be a very important day and is going to dictate whether we're going to continue higher or are we going to see a push to the downside? Well, very simple. It's going to be about, first of all, the PCE, which is the Fed preferred measurement of inflation, which is going to come lower than expectation. That should be quite positive. And also we're going to have GDP. Guys, careful about the GDP. GDP came at 0.4% last time. And what we want to see, I would say, a similar level. We don't want to see a negative GDP because I can see already from here that lots of speculation about the Fed cutting interest rates. Some people are saying that the GDP is going to come negative. And if that's the case, then we're going to be a little bit in trouble. Why? Because the markets are going to sell off, thinking that we're going to head into a recession and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, next week, we're going to have the Federal Reserve potentially cutting interest rates if this happens. Come on, Jerome Powell, you have to, hurry up. But what is going to be the implication with Bitcoin if we're going to have a negative GDP, also like a, let's say, positive PC and all of that? First of all, not to mention that right now, guys, is a trader's market. I know that you have all these hopes up in the air thinking that Bitcoin is going to go to 200,000, 300,000. But if you're not in a group like our VIP group, guys, where we are making crazy calls, crazy results, and you can see everything over here. We have altcoin analysis, Bitcoin analysis, and all of that. You're not going to survive this market. I'm telling you, for the price of basically a coffee per day, you can come here, join our group, and make a huge difference in your trading journey. Whether you are a trader, whether you are an investor, guys, we have Bitcoin analysis, spot trading analysis, and so much more. So if you haven't done so, guys, come and join the VIP group. There is a link in the description with the trader as well as all of our trading results. And as I always say, everything is documented. Ask all of my members whenever I place a trading call, I write the call, I screenshot my profits. Nothing, I don't run away, guys. It's fully transparent here every time. But now, BTC. $94,560. What could be happening right now? If today we're going to see a low GDP, like a negative GDP, and also, let's say, a normal PC, there is a risk that we're going to see basically like a fade on this rally. We could be experiencing a potential correction to the downside. Now, something which is making me a little bit doubtful right now about this rally is the fact that, as you can see from here, we are basically going up a little bit higher from here. We still haven't had like another continuation to the upside. And what I actually want to see right now is going to be the following. I'm going to go on the 4-hour chart to show you a little bit better. You can see that we are basically trying to climb back to the upside. And what we're forming right now could be what we call an ascending triangle. You can see that we're basically going up like that, try to break this very important level of resistance, and we keep getting rejected. Also, we can see we have a bearish divergence on the RSI, and if we're not going to be able to break it soon, we're going to be a risk of basically going back down again. And what is it going to be the risk of going back down again? That's going to be the risk. You can see that what's going to be happening. There is a very important level of support sitting around $88,000 to $90,000, and if you're going to have not, I would say, optimal numbers in regards to the GDP and to the PC, we could be going down, retest this area, and then hopefully to go up again. And to be honest, I really would like this kind of scenario to happen because that's going to be quite healthy, I must say. We're going to go down to here, we're going to go up again. That's going to be actually very good. Or the other scenario I'm thinking about it. That's of course I'm talking already with my VIP in today Bitcoin analysis is that what they could be trying to do, our friend market makers, is to try to do like what we call a fake out, to go up to here and then drop it again. That could be like another possibility, because if you have a look, for example, people are telling me how bullish they are. 200,000 Bitcoin is coming because bro. But then when you look at the data, you can see that you're going to go on the volume footprint. You can see that we have now lots of negative delta coming up, which usually with the green candles, it's not ideal. And again, guys, we discuss all of this, in the VIP a lot. And to be honest, that's not fantastic to see all of this negative delta coming, especially right now. Again, very hard to say right now what is going to be the solution, but what you have to do right now is to have a plan whether you're going to go longer or whether you're going to go short. That's what you got to do now. But if you don't understand that it could be the implication of a potential pullback and you don't know where to buy the right dip or to sell the rip, to short, if it's going to do this, I mean, what are you going to do? That's basically what I think. But also, if you talk about in terms of more like macroeconomics, I'm going to give you some good news. To me, this chart looks quite good. And if you're going to be able to do this, to go, let's say, down to this way, around $89,000, retest this area, and then to continue higher, then I probably could be seeing we could be able to break all-time high and then potentially going higher, way, way higher with a target from here. If we're going to replicate basically this, and then this, it could be by, let's say, the end of July, end of August, around 137,000, 135 to 137,000 for one Bitcoin. And what is going to be the implication for altcoins? Let's have a look at now. So altcoins are also in a very similar situation. You can see that we basically had a retest of this area. Okay, you can see the retest coming from here, and this is the total free market cap, which shows the all the market capitalization of all crypto, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And you can see that right now we're basically trying to climb back up to this area. Now, what is going to be happening right now is going to be the following: very similar to Bitcoin, where we are still not out of the woods yet. Maybe we could be seeing something like this and then this. Okay, in total free is showing something very, very similar. What I could be expecting from this point could be, as I said before, a potential, let's say, push around 940 billion, then another drop to the downside to make everybody scared. Maybe the Fed is not going to cut rates, maybe we're going to have a recession. It's very difficult to know the catalyst, but from that point there, then what are going to be seeing? I'm expecting a very strong pump to the upside. Because right now, again, this movement, I must say, I'm not, although I'm going to show you other things, but I'm not that, I would say, excited. Let's put it, that's the right word. I'm not that excited looking at this, even especially on the volume footprint chart. If I have a look at the volume footprint, I want to see who's buying, who's selling. To be honest, like, yeah, it's great. You can see like a beautiful plus $33 trillion. But look at now again, minus 70 trillion. Doesn't make me very excited to see this. Like you can see that still we are into a potential downtrend. Like it doesn't really look like a strong impulse to the upside. I might be totally wrong, guys. Don't mistake. This is not financial advice. It's just what I think it could be happening. But right now, I want to see something stronger. Once I can see something stronger, then I can think, okay, that's gonna be the time we're gonna go higher. But right now, I'm still on the cautious side that we could be seeing maybe a short-term rally coming to this, make everybody euphoric, then another drop down to this area, and then finally is going to be the proper push to the upside. And again, you got to think about with your portfolio, what can you do? Have you got some spare cash to buy the dip in case this happens? Are you fully 100% in because your favorite influencer told you to go in because Bitcoin is going to go to 300,000? I guess the choice is yours. I'm not here to give a choice. I'm here to bring you data to show you my point of view. Next one I want to discuss today, guys, is the DXY dollar currency index. The dollar, US dollar, it looks like it's about to have a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a rebound. So as I said before, that's what is making me a little bit on the fence right now, is the fact that I can see the DXY potentially having a rebound like that, which in general, when that happens, can be a little bit bearish for crypto, as well as you're gonna see for Bitcoin as well. Looking at the volume footprint as well for BTC, we can basically break it down again. I'm gonna show you again what's happening right now with the volume footprint. Is that having a DXY that has to rebound, seeing as well some like a negative delta, like you can see the plus and then a minus straight away, 700 as well here, also like minus 600, minus 200. That's a good number here, but at the same time, you can see that at these points, right, the insiders are actually selling. So I'm not saying we're gonna go straight down from here, but my probably view will be that something like this could happen. Something maybe like a liquidity grab from this point, and then we're gonna go down again. That's gonna be the most important. Now, next one I want to show you guys, the S&P 500 is basically $5,560. Again, we were able to break this very important area of resistance, and what I could be expecting from here is going to be the following. Maybe we're going to be able to go and push up to this area where Bitcoin could be going to maybe 100K, market cap of altcoins going up to 950, then have a rejection to the downside, making everybody scared the recession is coming, and then finally can start the real push to the upside. That's probably going to be what I'm thinking. Another reason, guys, to which I am, I will say, short term cautious, but at the same time, medium to long term, very, very bullish, is also about two other things. Gold, number one, gold, I think, has stopped temporarily for the next maybe 3 or 4 months. And what I could be expecting with gold is going to be a little bit of a retracement. So I could be seeing gold perhaps to go back down to, let's say, some of these areas, maybe around this retracement of Fibonacci around 2,900, 2,800. And of course, if this happens, then I could be expecting all the money taken from gold to be reinserted into potential risk assets, like, for example, Bitcoin. And then, of course, whenever gold shows like a downtrend, then risk assets are going to show an uptrend incoming. So very excited for that. Next one that I also want to show you is the US 10-year Treasury yield. I'm going to go on the monthly chart to show you a little bit better what's going on. So you can see that from here is forming a potential head and shoulder. We can even call this one a complex head and shoulder, where you can see that you have 1, 2, 3, even 4. Like sometimes you have double shoulders. And if this is going to play out from here, then we could be seeing the US 10-year Treasury yield to actually plummet down to around 3.1 to 3.2. And what is going to be the, I would say, the consequence of the US 10-year dropping down to here is going to be that our friend Jerome Powell will have no other choice than cutting interest rates. No other choice. So basically, summarizing the whole situation right now, as I said before, short term, Bitcoin, maybe we're going to see a little bit of a pullback down to here. Looks good for a big pump. So we say again, gold potentially is going to correct down to this way, giving some room for risk assets to go higher in the next probably 3 or 4 months. Then we're going to have Bitcoin as well to show you could be going probably to $135,000. Altcoins, as I said before, so much room to go higher. I got a target for the total free market cap from here around 1.6 to 1.7 trillion dollars. So there's so much room for altcoins to go higher. It also, because of the Bitcoin dominance, which I was showing you before, we want Bitcoin to do this latest move, go to a new all-time high, suck all the liquidity into BTC, and then drop it again. And once they're going to drop the Bitcoin dominance again, then I'm expecting altcoins to outperform and to go completely crazy. But guys, for today, that's it. And of course, if you want to know buying levels and selling levels, guys, this is the place to be. There's no other place you can be. With the accuracy that we have, guys, we are smashing this market. So come and join us. But otherwise, that's it for today. I really wish for you like an amazing day. Good luck for tonight. Let's see what our friends are going to do. But otherwise, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon.